It can hold over 82,000 fans, and every one of those seats is filled for this one, as our coverage of the NFL brings us to MetLife Stadium. The season's still just getting started. We're off in week 3. Has this at the 6. Now bottle him up as he gets the return to the 30. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. They start the drive with Hall. They'll cobble together a yard there. Bryce Huff in on the tackle. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on 1st down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Purdy setting up that play action. That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down.
Let's go.
Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. Almost an opening drive interception, but that winds up on the ground, incomplete. It's going to bring up 4th down. The Giants are set to punt. And he'll punt it away to end a disappointing opening drive. Only punted once in last week's loss, and he gets this one away. He's got this at the 27. And he's going to get a modest amount on that return before he ends up out of bounds. Call that a booming 56 yards in the end. And the Eagles will take possession. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. They run it with Saquon Barkley. And they had that one contained right at the line. Brian Burns coming up with the stop. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday. But doing the dirty work, playing to run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
Second and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. On the play fake, it's Hurts. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
Oh, that's like a good peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Takes both to make it work. And defensively, you've got to have that pressure up front. That's peanut butter. And then you'd like to have some jelly. And that was almost a huge play with an interception.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Hurts now from the gun. Puts his body on the line, and he got it.
This is one of those plays you're going to see on tape this week, I guarantee it. Not because of the caps, but because of the effort. Lays out and brings in the off-target throw.
Only need the length of the football. It's 4th and inches. going for it with Barkley. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. That was the biggest 3-yard gain you're going to see, because instead of a turnover on downs, Brock, it gets them a first.
Come on now. Was there any doubt who they were going to go to right there? That was always going to be a run play. No problem converting on fourth.
Football on that 47-yard line, first down. A play fake now hurts to throw. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along the route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down.
63.
Barkley on the shotgun handoff. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Gotta figure out this third down here. Shotgun snap for Hurts. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. That's Bobby Okereke. And the Giants will take over as he records his first interception of our season. Not the auspicious debut they'd certainly hoped for on that opening drive. The coverage, impressive, taking their first possession away with that interception.
Hey, it is tough to play a clean game in this league. Caliber defenders are awesome. You just hope that eventual missteps happen at a less meaningful moment than your opening series. You don't want to make it any harder to get your rhythm and get your passing game going.
60 Eagles.
First down throw by Purdy. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete. Trying to find his tight end. And that'll bring up second down.
Hey, I know nobody's perfect, and all you have to do is listen to me and how many words I screw up. But you certainly expect those throws of that length to be 100%. They've got to be borderline automatic in this offense.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call.
70 Lions.
Shotgun snap for Purdy. Short pass brought in. It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. Tackle made by Jawan Bentley.
Ready up.
They come to the line here. This is 3rd and 6.
Here we go. Set.
From the gun is Purdy. Gets this to Johnson. And he'll be brought down after getting it to the 47-yard line. That one gains 7. And it's good enough for a New York first down.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. Well, a tight end that moves the chains on 3rd down, that's a QB's best friend.
Hall takes it straight ahead. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets him 3. Second down now, 7 to go.
Go. 19 Tiger.
Here's Hall once more. A flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense. So they catch the illegal block in the back, Brock, and that's rare that we see the clipping call. It's a dangerous play. It's rightfully going to back up this offense. Everyone's prepped. It's second down
18
now.
Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Go.
Running it after the penalty. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. 3 yards the pickup. Now it's 3rd and 8.
Ready, ready. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bob. Here we go, here we go.
Back to throw. Here's Purdy. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And the Eagles get to it! And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. Wow, oh wow. He sent his offense out twice now, and both times they fumbled it away. I'm not sure who's more aggravated, the dudes down there or the dude next to me up here.
Well, I'm aggravated, but I know the guy on the field wants to put the offense in the doghouse, like all of them right now. This can't happen in the NFL, Kate. And a lot of guys out there, they've got to be looking to one another. Hold each other accountable to hold on to the ball.
And not a great choice on first down. It's incomplete, nearly intercepted, actually, so second down coming up.
Gosh, you could just almost feel his eyes up here, Kate, getting huge, right? He was envisioning the return, and he simply dropped it. Got to secure that pick before you think of anything else.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down.
Dre.
Barkley trying this up the gut. Pushing for the red zone. And he has this all the way down to the 14-yard line. It's a 26-yard pickup there. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
Those unsung heroes, those big guys up front on the O-line, well, let's give them a little love right here, Kate. They don't always get the attention they deserve on the broadcast, but let me tell you, they played a huge role in that big old run.
A new set of downs awaits them. Here's 1st and 10.
Go on left.
Here's another carry for Barkley. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards. To go. Well, let's see how they approach this second down. Takes the handoff, now to throw. Finds his fullback. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
I remember talking to Jim Harbaugh one time, and Bo Schembechler asked him when he was a head coach, you have a tight end with his hand on the ground? Yes, coach. You have a fullback still on your roster? Yes, coach. Then you're going to be just fine.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Back now, pressure on its way. It's a Philadelphia touchdown. So our first score of the game here as they cap off that drive with a touchdown.
It's really what you're looking for, Kate, offensively. You want to force the other guys into thinking they need to play a little catch-up right away. So a nice job to get that first score and take early control of this game.
That one right down the middle. And the Eagles will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The kick team out there for the Eagles, and this one is sent away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. 1 quarter down for these two NFC East teams. 7-0 is our score. We'll get back to East Rutherford after this. Welcome back. We'll begin this second quarter with the Giants in possession. They'll try to attack this deficit starting with 1st and 10. Purdy to throw it. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
You know, the goal on a lot of these short throws is to simply let the receiver create some yards after the catch, that yak. Well, I think he was thinking about the yak before he actually secured the catch.
Back to the air on second. Purdy. That's caught. It's Breece Hall. And they get to him and touch him down.
I know that completion doesn't move the chains. I love it nonetheless. You make sure that defense is aware of every eligible player going out. And this time it was out of the backfield with the running back that shows he's adept at catching it as well.
1 yard, all that's needed. This is 3rd and inches.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Looking to throw, Purdy. Complete beyond the marker. And he runs out of bounds at the opposing 45. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And the Giants will have a first down.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Cougar 19.
This is complete to Olave. And he breaks even, but that's it. Brought down at that line of scrimmage. That was Reed Blankenship making the stop.
Defense all over that throw. You could just smell it. They just smelled that football coming their way, and that's as good as an incompletion. And they're going to be in a good spot. 2nd down coming up.
Second and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here.
18, Pioneer.
To throw again, it's Purdy. Able to hit Hall, complete. And he works this to the 38 before going down.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler. Gets himself into rhythm, and I'm just telling you, kid, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm, and a nice little gain on top of it.
He finds Johnson. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
And they've got themselves another 1st and 10.
Go.
Shotgun snap, a give to Hall. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
I don't know, kid. I didn't think he had it. That back did. He knew exactly where he had to get for the first down. Pops up right away and signals 1st down.
Panther 60, Panther 60.
Purdy throwing here on 1st. That one's incomplete in the end zone. Thought he had a touchdown there. So that brings up 2nd down.
Well, you got to have a short memory in the NFL. Incompletions happen. Now you got to make the adjustment and go get the next one.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down.
Here we go, shot. Panther 11, Panther 11. Ready.
Here's Purdy to throw. Buys time, rolling right. Oh, shouldn't have let that one go. It's intercepted. Picked off by C.J. Gardner-Johnson. Now that right there, that is rising to the occasion in the red zone, partner. Could have saved 3 points there. Heck, maybe twice that with that interception.
You know, these defenders, they're willing to bend and bend. These offenses are so good in this league, and they know how critical the red zone is. And when you get an interception like that, you just break. You break the will of that offense and the confidence, and those are big time. You're right. Put some points on the board for that defense with that effort.
Starting on the ground here with Barkley. And they take him down at the 24-yard line. He picks up 15 on the play. And that's a Philadelphia first down.
Hey, these are the type of games he's counted on to get when they're available. Unfortunately, we had tremendous vision to see the seam and get through it before that window could close.
All set up now for 1st and 10.
Great, set. No, go.
Here's Hurts. That's caught. It's Saquon Barkley. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident a screen would get him enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
They're set up at the 35 now.
No contact. No contact.
First down, a run with Barkley. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
Great, set. No contact.
They go to Barkley again. And he's stopped. Now we'll wait to hear what this flag is all about. So they catch the illegal block in the back, Brock, and that's rare that we see the clipping called. It's a dangerous play. It's rightfully going to back up this offense. Offense to the line for 2nd down.
No contact. No contact.
Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Couldn't connect right side, it's incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
Can't cover it much better than that really well-covered feed on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down.
Great, set. No contact.
Hurts looking to throw. Able to get it to Buck. He loses the football. And it's picked out by the Giants. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover. So just like all touchdowns, all turnovers also reviewed, and they want to take another look at this one.
You know what separates good defenses from great? Good defenses find a way to get off the field. Great defenses find a way to take the ball away. What a great play to set their offense up with some mojo.
So it's the 2-minute warning here from MetLife. The Eagles likely looking at a punt. Jordan Stout's headed out to punt it away on 4th. And he's hoping for good results on his first look of the night. Pulled in at the 20. And he's tackled with markers down. This one should be on the defense. Thought he had a chance to block it, but he ends up wiping out the kicker instead. And that's going to award their offense a first down. This drive should have been over, partner, but running into the punter gives him new life and this first down. Back to throw, Hurts. Fits it through the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
Hey, thumbs up, alert. Great.
Straight ahead, here's Barkley. And they'll bottle this up after a 4-yard gain. Micah McFadden able to make the play. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. So that's their first. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this second down.
Great. Alpha.
From the 23. And that one's incomplete. This one intended for the running back. And that takes them to third down.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down.
Great, set.
Hurts setting up to throw. He has the first over the middle. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. It's a gain of 12 there. And that's a Philadelphia first down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Into traffic, complete. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. Philadelphia going to spend its second timeout. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5.
Oh, it's Silver, ready? No touch.
They run it with Saquon. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make third down easier to handle instead, did the exact opposite here, Kate. Now makes this third down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
Third and 6 for them to figure out now.
Great, set. Go Silver, ready?
Shotgun snap for Hurts. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock, but down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever. Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind him, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know it's a physical game, all 100 yards up and into the red zone and end zone. But when you get down here, you've got to come up with contested catches, and he couldn't. The kick team out there for the Eagles, and this one is sent away. This return starts at the 5. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Only 17 seconds left for him as they begin this drive. First down throw by Purdy. That'll be incomplete, and the clock shows 10 seconds left.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
Back to throw it. He puts everything behind this one. And this ball's incomplete with just 2 seconds remaining. Malik Neighbors, the one he was throwing for. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
3rd down give to Hall. And he has a decent gain on what's going to be the final play of the half. So we finished 2 quarters. A couple more to come after this short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports after this. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Huard with you as we're about set to begin the 3rd quarter. On now is Cook to kick this away. Here's Smith on the return. Big shot at the end of that return as he gets it just past the 20. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Hey, easy, 63. Don't touch that.
Here's Barkley. He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. Micah McFadden able to make the play. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Throwing here, Hurts. Into the hands of Conklin. And he pushes it up across the 30 before going out.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on the throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3.
Don't touch that. Don't touch.
Option play, they give it to Barkley. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. The Eagles are in punt formation. And he wasn't needed at all in the first half, partner. This is going to be his first punt. Takes this in at the 25. And he's going to get a modest amount on that return before he ends up out of bounds. The kicking team got downfield quickly there. He didn't manage much on the return. And it'll be Giants football. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. Short pass brought in. And he takes this out after crossing the 45. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
From the gun, it's Hall. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
To play running back in this league, well, you've got to have tremendous vision. We saw it twice. Once to find the lane upfield, and then to get to space and break off some extra yards.
Purdy on 1st down. Olave with the catch. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains. Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
From the red zone now. Finds his target, Hall. Is in for the New York touchdown. The Giants start the second half with some needed points. Breece Hall with the touchdown. Lutz there to tack on the extra point. And the Giants cut it to a field goal game. Volley set up and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Gonna go with Barkley on the counter. And he finally ends up out of bounds after a huge gain. It's a huge pickup on the play. And that's good for an Eagles 1st down.
Anytime you get that chunk of yards, gosh, you can just feel it in the stadium. It just changes the whole complexion of the drive. They're now set up beautifully in enemy territory to end this series with points.
1st down, and they go right back to it. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
That's a pretty good stop on 1st down. This defense now gets a chance to dictate, and that's what all the great defenses want to do, Kate. They want to dictate it on their terms and not just be reacting to what the offense is always doing.
Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. From the 27. Completed over the middle. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. Bobby Okereke making that stop. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Hurts to throw. That's caught for the 1st. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the 1st.
I'll tell you this, you don't want to make a living throwing into double coverage, but double coverage and still finding a way to beat the defense and haul it in. That's not a situation many players win, and there aren't a lot of quarterbacks willing to make that throw and trust their receiver to get it done.
Robinson in motion right. Here's Saquon. And this is brought to a halt pretty early at about the 8. He'll get 2 yards, and that brings up 2nd down. Hurts now from the gun. And he's got it. Had to lay out for it, but touchdown. The Eagles make it a 9-point advantage. Well, Brock, you know this better than most. Sometimes these dudes can be a quarterback's best friend, finding the tight end in the end zone for 6.
And it really has been that way for decades when you think about it, Kate. From John Mackey to Tony Gonzalez to Travis Kelce. The position can be such a mismatch when you're throwing for the end zone.
The kick team out there for the Eagles, and this one is sent away. Returning it from the 4. They pull out the reverse. He's stopped on the return at the 27. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. From the gun is Purdy. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Yeah, this is a time where offensively you got to regroup. You got to get in that huddle. You know, and quarterback is the most important leadership position. Everyone's looking at you. And as a QB, after taking a sack like that, golly, you got to flush it, instill some confidence, and move this ball forward.
Throw right side, cut by Olave. Spins into the open field. They rip off a huge chunk of field as the downs reset.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Down inside the 40 now with a first down following that last play.
Hurt, hurt.
Shotgun snap for Purdy. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Zach Bond with the tackle.
Well, that right there, Kate, that is the epitome of trust. And trust in your big physical tight end. Throwing his way into double coverage. You may question the decision when the ball leaves his hands, but it's tough to question when it produces results like that.
Second and 4. Chased out to his right. He's on the move. And he's going to be out of bounds. Looks like a yard or two short of the 25. That's good for 7 yards. And it's good enough for a New York first down.
Well, I think he was looking for that running lane and that running room from the very start right there, partner. Even as he worked through his progression initially, he was waiting for space to open, and then he takes advantage with his legs.
That's the end of the third on Sunday night. It's Giants football. They're on it. They'll come up first and 10.
Here we go, set. Hawk 70, trap 60.
Now they'll throw out of the gun. And they will score. Touchdown, New York. The Giants making a 4-point game here in the fourth. They can tack on one more now, bring things back to within a field goal. And he connects there, so now another kick from him, a field goal, will tie this game in the fourth. Volley set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Return coming from the 6. Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10. Running is Barkley. And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there. Call it no gain on that run, and they face second and 10.
These big D tackles in this league, they love weaponizing their size right in the middle of the field. It is so hard to clear lane against them. And once he got his paw on him, it was dead on arrival.
Second and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Now Hurts. Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, third down coming up.
Hey, Mr. Quarterback down there, that's a throw that's got to go somewhere else. Double coverage was waiting for it. QB super fortunate that ball wasn't picked. And incompletion, still pretty good for the defense, too.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Trying to find A.J. Brown. And now they're staring at 4th and long. Their punter making his way out now. Got 44 yards on his first kick, Brock, and this one looks to be longer. Looking to return from the 29. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. 58 yards on the punt there. Man, it'll be their football. Good starting field position for the Giants as they head up 1st and 10. They'll send him over right. It's a sweep. He pops the pass forward. It's a full 40 yards on the play, Brock, and a new set of downs.
Gosh, I love that creativity of the play call. Name of the game is putting the ball in the hands of your best, your playmakers, creating matchups for them to take advantage. And this time, not as a receiver, but as a runner. That is job well done.
And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass. Looking for the back that time. And it's going to be 2nd down.
This is an excellent job, Kate, right here by the defense to deny that big play and make them earn it offensively. If they want to reach the end zone, they're going to have to scrap and fight right through them.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Back to throw. Here's Purdy. He finds Johnson. And he's going to be taken down near the 8-yard line. 14 yards on a nice play there, and it gives him 1st and goal.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Got that chip shot in their back pocket to tie it. A chance at the lead here first, though. 1st and goal. They motion the slot man right. To throw again, it's Purdy. Has it in close. And that's a New York touchdown. So that brought an important score here as they move out in front.
This is the time of the game where your legs just get a little bit tired. But that was a determined-looking drive right there. They were not going to be denied, and they're able to score and take the lead.
Now a try to go up by 4, put it out of the range of a field goal. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Giants take a 4-point lead. On now is Cook to kick this away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. A play fake. Now Hurts to throw. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. He's finally caught, and he lost the football. Oh, no, it's out. And it's a turnover. The defense has it. And they stop him before he gets much on the return. Well, that didn't take long, Brock.
talking about a black